The ladies were all well pleased to perform this humane office, and Celia entreated the young stranger that he would desist from the attempt. And then Rosalind spoke so kindly to him, and with such feeling consideration for the danger he was about to undergo, that instead of being persuaded by her gentle words to forego the purpose, all his thoughts were bent to distinguish himself by his courage in this lovely lady's eyes. He refused the request of Celia and Rosalind in such graceful and modest words that they felt still more concern for him. He concluded his refusal with saying, I am sorry to deny such fair and excellent ladies anything, but let your fair eyes and gentle wishes go with me to my trial, wherein if I be conquered, there is one shamed that was never gracious. If I am killed, there is one dead that is willing to die. I shall do my friends no wrong, for I have none to lament me. The world no injury, for in it I have nothing, for I only fill up a place in the world which may be better supplied when I have made it empty. And now the wrestling match began. Celia wished the young stranger might not be hurt, but Rosalind felt more for him. The friendless state which he said he was in, and that he wished to die, made Rosalind think that he was like herself, unfortunate, and she pitied him so much, and so deep an interest she took in his danger while he was wrestling, that she might almost be said that moment to fallen in love with him. The kindness shown this unknown youth by these fair and noble ladies gave him courage and strength, so that he performed wonders, and in the end completely conquered his antagonist, who was so much hurt that for a while he was unable to speak or move. The Duke Frederick was much pleased with the courage and skill shown by this young stranger, and desired to know his name and parentage. He meant to take him under his protection. The stranger said his name was Orlando, and that he was the youngest son of Sir Roland de Boys, who lives in the forest of Arden.